Hey guys, it's me, the BlueBot88, and today we are back again with another video. Not on Scarlet Violet this time, as you can see. Today we're going to be ranking all the Pokemon games. My takes might be very controversial, whatever, because honestly, there's some games that a lot of people hate, but I really like. And in today's video, we're going to be ranking them. Every game. Also, as you can see here, there's like spin-off games like XD over here, and is Colosseum here? I don't know. Yeah, it is right here. And so, we're going to be ranking them. And so, without any further ado, let's get into the ranking. So, first on this tier list here, we got Diamond and Pearl. And to be fair, Diamond and Pearl, I think is a C tier. Because Diamond and Pearl are quite just generic in my opinion. They got a good story, you know, but not only does there's like no fire types, which is like one of the main problems. It's slow, and also it has like yeah, basically the reason why I just don't really. It's just like a basic game. So however, Platinum is an A tier game, not S tier, but it's an A. I've played the games quite a bit, and I've enjoyed it every playthrough. Even if my team is quite generic every time I play it, you know, the starter, Luxray, a Garchomp, and then whatever else I can find, probably like a Gastrodon or maybe Giratina if I want to use it. But you know, however, next up is Heart Gold, which is another A tier game. It's just it just makes me feel good every time I play it. When you know I'm playing. You know, also like the following feature is like the first time it's ever been used, and it's a nice feature, and I like how they also implement the shinies in it. And as you know, I love shiny Pokemon, so seeing them in the overworld, like with the overworld sprites, is very fun, and you know. And next up we have Black and White, and I think they're a solid B game. Black and White, good game. The only downside I see to Black and White as not being like an A tier game is because, well, there's just not that many Pokemon. And I love a lot of Pokemon, and, you know, and a game that doesn't have my favourite Pokemon in it. Might be a bit biased, but, you know, never mind. However, Black 2 and White 2, yeah, again, an A tier game. These games got an amazing story, and, yeah, again, and like they got every Pokemon in it. Well, not every Pokemon, but you know what I mean, like just way more Pokemon than the original Black and White's got. And you know, well, I think the gym leaders are better, like the redesigns and everything else. And you know, I love the style of Black and White. It's just like it's like 3D but 2D, if you know what I mean, like. When it just looks 3D, and however it's just like in that 2D style. Okay, I basically just said the same thing twice, but you know, let's continue. Next up is Pokemon X, and this game is very easy. However, I think it's a solid B. I love the games. Shiny hunting is nice in the game, and if it's good shiny hunting, then hey, it's a good game. But I don't really have much to say about this. I like Yveltal. Yveltal is quite a nice Pokemon. And I went for Y when I played it the first time. So, yeah. And they had probably the most forgettable rivals in the game. The only way people would know at least some of the rivals is because of the show. And, you know. However, this might be a weird take. Next up we got with Oras. S tier. I love the Hoenn region, and okay, just get everything and wait, get over it. Emerald, get up in S tier. It's just a massive bias because I love Hoenn. I love the Pokemon. Starters are my favorites. You know, my favorite Pokemon come from Hoenn, so you kind of understand. If you can understand why these two are my favorite, then yeah. So next up we have Pokemon Sun. Pokemon Sun, a lot of people hate it, but I kind of like it. Yeah, again, it's a B tier. and basically, Pokemon Sun is like, there's a lot of things I like about this game. Like the removal of HMs is a massive good feature in this game. The first time it's ever been used in place of the ride Pokemon, which they were quite fun. We had Tauros, Sharpedo, Charizard. What else we had? So we had the Machamp, we had the Stoutland, we had the the Lapras, and the story was quite decent. Even if you had to, you got your hands literally started falling off when you tried to play through the game again because you don't care about the story for the second run, and there's so many cutscenes and so many dialogue that it kind of get a bit, it gets a bit repetitive. And I suppose Ultra Moon can also go and be. Ultra Moon is basically the same game twice, but like a bit of a different story, where Ultra Necrozma or whatever. Okay, I didn't really focus on the stories mostly in Pokemon. I like the gameplay more, but with Ultra's Moon, it definitely is harder than Pokemon Ultra Sun, and I love harder, so it might get a bit higher. But basically, in Ultra Moon, Ultra Sun and Moon, what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. To be fair, Z moves are probably one of my least favorite mechanics in these games. Probably because Z moves have never been interesting. They don't like change their form. It's just one move per battle, and if you get what I'm trying to say here, but you probably don't, because I'm the least understandable person. Next up is a Let's Go, and I think it's a C tier game. I love the two on the box art. Eevee, one of my favourite Pokemon, Pikachu, cute, and the mascot, of course. But the games have never really felt interesting, in my opinion. They have always been quite like I know this game was supposed to be a game where it was like supposed to let Pokemon Go players get into the game, but seriously, like playing it doesn't really fit on a Switch, if you know what I'm saying. Like, a catching feature is quite nice, a bit of a change from the other games where you just got to click A and then hope that you catch it. But in this one you have to aim the Pokeball at them. But if you want to play a Pokemon Go style game, just play Pokemon Go. However, I must admit, the shiny hunting is very nice. Okay, next game we got here is Red and Blue. And Red and Blue, they might be original. They are D tier. These games are like, if you want to play the Generation 1, play Fire Red and Leaf Green. Don't play the old ones. Even if, I suppose Yellow can also go here, but like, basically, what was I going to say? Like, the game's never really, even, I know it's a game made in like 1996, but of course the graphics wouldn't be good. And it's quite hard to think of on the spot because it isn't scripted, because I don't bother scripting my videos. But so so my opinion is just coming up the spot, but on the so yeah, these two belong in D tier. They never really felt special. Well, they are special in the case of they are the first Pokemon games, and they are these are the games that most people started with, and but anyways, let's continue. Pokemon Sword and Shield. People really hate these games, and I don't really see the hate in these games. They are like, I think they're low B tier, high C tier. But these games, I love Dynamax. I like Godzilla, so of course I would love Dynamax. It's just a good feature, a balanced feature in my opinion, because like with Mega they last the whole game. Z moves are just do once per round, but like if you, for example, there's like a Z, I think like a Z, what was it called? I know Extreme Evo Boost is quite good Z move, but of course it's on Eevee, but it can be used with like Baton Pass strats and like in double battles and stuff. But back to Sword and Shield. Like, the story isn't the best, probably one of the worst stories in the game, in like the history of Pokemon, because like the story just doesn't make sense. Why is Rose over here trying to like just makes things happen faster when, you know. But back to, like, to the gameplay at least. The gameplay is quite it's just like quite similar to most Pokemon games. The DLCs though were quite fun. I love the Crown Tundra because, you know, Dynamax Adventures is probably one of my favorite things in Pokemon. They're fun. They're probably the thing that made Sword and Shield get this high, and they're easy to shiny hunt. And yeah, you know. Also the Galarian birds, I quite like them. The Reggies are quite fun. Isle of Armor was worse than the Crown Tundra, but the Isle of Armor did bring back Sharpedo, which I'm quite happy with. So yeah. However, these next games, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, E tier. They are bad. Diamond and Pearl, but worse. Extremely worse. These games just like don't really. They feel like more like a what do you call it? Like a. It's just the same game, but with better like graphics and stuff. Even if I like the Diamond and Pearl graphics way more than Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. The only difference in these games is the underground, if I'm not mistaken, and also changing clothes because they had to get rid of the game corner because gambling and all is bad. But well, I like the game corner, but you know, I think there's like a strict law with gambling in Japan. So yeah, and also these games were made by a different company, of course, as Ilka, and you know, it was their first game, so of course they couldn't affect Pokemon. Like Game Freak and all. And the next game, Pokemon Legends Arceus, S tier. I love these games. They're fun. I love the boss fights. I like the open world aspect. Shiny hunting again, very good. The Hisuian forms, some of my favourite like regional variants of all time, like Hisuian Zora, Arcanine. Even with the new evolutions like Ursaluna and what's his name again? Cleavor, yeah, him. Like everything about this game I just like. So however, for the next games, Gold and Silver, they are solid C tier. These I suppose Crystal can be, I think it's better than Gold and Silver, but like with these games, yeah, again, with the same thing with Red and Blue, just play the newer version. Because they are way better, they have more features like Pokathlon, and I don't think the Pokathlon was in Gold and Silver, but there's also, like, following feature, there's, like, more Pokemon, of course, like, because, you know, this game was made in Generation 4, and so there would be Generation 3 and 4 Pokemon. You know what I mean? The Shiny Hunting is way better, you know. If there's a shiny hunting method, then I'm all in. But next up is Ruby and Sapphire. Since they are literally just the first Generation 3 game, they are not like S tier. They are like a low A tier, in my opinion, because Ruby and Sapphire, like, yeah, again, play Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. They're better. They are more like. They may be old, but old isn't always the reason why they're good. With Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, they have what's the new features? Like Mega Evolution. Well, they're not really new features because, you know, they were made and they started in X and Y, but like, there's way more Mega Evolutions. For example, like Sharpedo, the starters, and you know, and what's next? What else was I gonna say about them? Like, they felt very slow. You couldn't even get the Pokemon, if I'm not mistaken. Like Roselia, you couldn't get him. I know it's not the biggest deal in the world, but still. Okay, I don't really like Roselia, but you know. But next up is Colosseum. Game. To be fair, I never had a GameCube, so I have to put him in haven't played. And I haven't played XD either. Like, these games look fun. They look very fun, but I've never had a way to play them because I never had a GameCube or whatever one of the XD's on. I think is it still GameCube? I don't know. But you know, like, the game looks fun. The Shadow Pokemon look very unique and well unique to that era, because I know there's Shadow Pokemon in Pokemon Go, but they weren't as cool as they were in XD. And you know, and also, you know, if like the 3D aspect, they are the 3D the animations in these two games were definitely way better than the ones you see nowadays with Scarlet and Violet, Sword and Shield. But I'm not really a person to go after the animations, that's for sure. However, next up we have Fire Red and Leaf Green. Fire Red and Leaf Green, I think they're an A tier. Like, these games are way better than Red and Blue and Yellow, and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. They're probably the most definitive version of Kanto. But with these games, you have like it's just like I forgot the word for it, but it's just like it just has good vibes. Same with Heart Gold and Soul Silver, good vibes all around. Also, they're a Generation 3 game, and I'm biased to Gen 3, so you know. And last but not least is Scarlet and Violet. And again, it's another game that people hate, but I really like. Even if the issues of the game, you know, bugs and graphics and all, isn't really the best, but I still really like the games. They're fun to play in, good shiny hunting methods, and a good Pokedex. They have, like, well, I'm not saying Poor Mart is good, just Poor Me but standing up, but I like the Paradox forms, I like the Legendaries, I like the starters, even if, I think, no, I don't like the, it's like a 2 out of 3 with the starters, because Frigoko and Spiritomb I really like, but Quackleval, whatever his name is, Mr. Flamboyant Duckover, I don't like it at all, but still, you still have things like Bramblin, I like Bramblin, Frigarath is quite decent, like, yeah, again, the Paradox forms are very cool, I love Iron forms, I like Roar and Moon, you know, so they are, somewhere around B tier, I think possibly high B tier, so yeah, also terrestrialization was a very nice feature, and so yeah, here is my list for the Pokemon games. So E tier is Brilliant Diamond, Shine and Pearl, D tier is Red, Blue and Yellow, D tier is Diamond and Pearl, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, Crystal and Gold and Silver, B is Black and White, Scarlet, Pokemon X and Y, Black and White, Scarlet and Violet, X and Y, Ultra Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, A tier is Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black 2, White 2, Ruby and Sapphire, Fire Red and Leaf Green, and then S tier is Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Emerald and Legends Arceus. But now looking at the list, I might put Black and White a bit higher. Do I? No, I won't. So yeah, if you like this video and you want to see more tier list like videos, then please hit the like button and subscribe. And also, if you know your favorite games were Brilliant Diamond, Shine and Pearl, please don't be mad at this video. It is all just opinions. And so yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye for now.